Hello, and welcome to my gameplay in Satisfactory. Today I am showing off my storage facility which I am currently using and the storage facility I am going to use soon. The location I am in. This is my current storage facility without any design and lighting. And this is my new storage facility I am going in the near future. I am just going to show in depth on both my old and new. If you want to see my new storage, please skip to that part. The location I am in right now is my starting base. I started off the base without an idea in my mind, and just built in a big rectangle way which eventually became cramped up. The belts and pipes are everywhere, and I wanted to build in a better way. I usually don't use this gate, and just for the purposes of this video, I created this gate to show you guys. As you can see, the pipes are sticking outside and it doesn't look good. As you can see from the map, I am at the bottom left, which I felt is a good starting location in Greenlands. And, the right side where you can see the large amount of water, is where I have built my second set of coal power plant. And the locations where you are seeing my trains, is my new location I am moving to. For starters, I have set up my storage facility there as of now and planning to move the resources via train from a nearby location. Welcome to my current storage facility. This is just a simple facility where I am storing all the resources I need or which I can sink here. I didn't have asphalt unlocked when I built this, so most of my facility is having the Satisfactory base design. The last few containers to the left are empty and waiting to fill the resources when I build my next project. As you can see, all the containers to the right are full and I am sending most of the resources to sink or using for my current project. I have almost all the resources stored here, except for a few which I don't use or is directly used by another project. From this side, most of the containers I am showing here doesn't have the labels on them. I already know their locations, so I mostly go and collect them. As you can see, this storage is not the ideal one and it just functions as a one and doesn't look good either. I am just showing how I built this briefly so you get the idea of what's going on. Before I started with that floor, I built the above one and started with the encased industrial beams. Then started bringing everything to this floor via conveyor lifts initially. As you can see, most of the lifts which I bring to my storage is outside. I have built conveyor place now where all the new resources are brought from there. Here, I have built a central line above, from where I merge most of the resources into that line to bring the resources into this facility. The mergers you see on top, is the places where I bring the resources via those lifts which you saw outside and merge them. As for some resources where I bring large quantities, I am directly merging them below one step before the smart splitters to directly send them to containers. Does this happen to you guys? I just changed the belt from Mark IV to Mark V, but everything got stuck. I will try it on my own. It took some time, but now things are flowing. Let's go with what I am doing with my smart splitter here. I have set up my smart splitter directly in front of the storage and defined the center as any undefined and right as the resource I am sending to storage. I am sending the right to the below area where I sort my belt and send it directly into the storage. I then set up a smart splitter in between. I then set the smart splitter center to any and have both left and right as overflow. I set only the left to overflow, and once many resources came into one belt, I made the right to overflow, and I am sending the excess to another side. The left overflow is then sent up to second belt and merged here. This belt is what is being sent to resource sink. I am doing this exact same setup to all the resources and storages in this line. This belt is the right overflow, which is sent to another resource sink. I am sending them from two sides so that they don't clog the belts. As you can see, it's the same setup here for the next resource as well. This setup just works and it doesn't look good. Now that I am in tier 7 and 8, I wanted to create a new storage area and make it look good. These last few containers are for the space parts, and I am storing them except smart plating and sinking them to get more points. If I remember correctly, I am using the smart plating for modular engines. This is the belt 2 where I merge all the excess resources and send it to resource sink. I am having only 266 and few in some container. But I am hoping to increase it more, as I am currently at radio control unit stage. And there are more resources to create and sync them. These belts, which also has the excess resources, are all merged into a single Mark V belt and is sent to another resource sink. Access, else it is usually a wall and won't have access to it. I built a small room to hold this. I have the same setup which we just saw now, on the other side as well. Having two belts. One to get and store the resources, and the other to send the overflow to resource sink. Instead of having the right as resource, here it's left and the middle stays as any undefined. Separate out-of-place belt only for Alclad ALuminium sheet. I am currently making 720 and storing them, as I am using them for the new building. Once again, this doesn't look good with all the clippings. Once again, and I am sending two overflow belts from the smart splitter below so that they don't clog. Now, I don't know why, but I really like the number 12. So I created 12 storage containers for every resource, and I am storing them here in this place. So I have a large amount of resources stored here, and thankfully, it doesn't lag much when I come here and things are fine as of now. I also have a small place for doggos. I had 5 doggos and 2 from a different biome. So those 2 gets respawned every time, and I stopped bringing them back after second time. Out-of-place containers are the things I have in my hand usually. Since I am building now, I kept them here. Now, This is the end of my current storage facility showcase, where I have been in this place for more than 200 hours. Let's go to my new storage facility. Welcome to my new storage facility, and I have my fog on right now. This is the design I have decided to go with. I feel it's simple, but at the same time, I feel it fits in with the waterfall. There are more light boards here than anywhere else in the map after 200 hours in this gameplay. I have around 42 containers to the left to store 42 resources here. And you may have heard the sound, I am sending all the resources here via train. Do you guys think it's a lot of lights? And looks more plastic? I felt that way after creating this, but I feel happy with this design. For most of the parts you are seeing here, is done by hand, as I wanted to do my big and first setup here on my own. I did only one blueprint, to see how I am going to design this at the start. As I am showing you guys here, I have pressed F to go into dismantle mode and change to blueprint mode. And you will be able to see only one blueprint, which is to create the bottom part of this structure. After putting the bottom part, I added everything else by hand and spent my time building and enjoying to see what I will come up with. I added every bit of the lights and boards here by hand. And this is the front part of my storage facility where you can see the ever-empty void. And this is my storage area, with all the 42 containers in place. Unlike the other facility, I am having only one container here, but I am storing 7 containers worth above this facility. I will show them in another video. I haven't set up any signs on containers as I haven't decided which resources will come where. Sending the resources to this facility is still long ways ahead. Since I haven't brought the power here, I haven't switched on the lights. I am showing here using biomass. And this is how it will look once everything is set up properly here. Anyways, there is only few things remaining to do in this facility now. Do you guys think this setup of lights look good? As for the resources coming to this facility, I have made all the belt work in this area and sending everything to the containers. It took a few hours to do that as I have to decide on how I am bringing all the belts to those 42 containers. I am now waiting for the nighttime to come, to show you guys how it looks in night. Long waiting time for me. While waiting, I have a question for you guys. Should I add more label sign and emit the same lights like a block of 2? Like this, 2 panels separated by lights. I felt like it's a overkill and decided not to, and I felt that the current one is looking good. This is my first time trying out Lumen in Satisfactory, and I didn't know where that option is. I remembered about Lumen and I decided to check it out how this facility looks in Lumen. Yup, this is exactly how my facility looks. Is it because of too much light? Or is there something I need to change in my setting? I am definitely not going to reduce, and I would rather have Lumen off. I was also amazed on how Lumen works. I will check other YouTube people's videos to see how it actually works. And this is how it looks from inside the storage area. With Lumen off and with fog switched on, and with the place I am in, this is how it looks with fog on. I will have to switch it off anytime I want to enjoy the view. Or else I feel like I have a force field emitting around me which is clearing the fog within that radius. Now back to fog switched off. Since I was bored, I tried automating the factory card inside the facility. I have seen videos, but this is the first time I am automating it. We are almost at night and this is how it looks in the evening, along with the purple and light blue colors. I didn't add the billboard here, so I am adding it to see if it looks good as well. I am just copying and pasting the settings so that it's much faster compared to setting it manually. I think I will keep it as it looks good. The nighttime is here and this is how it looks. I feel happy about how this has shaped up to be. This is my first time designing something in Satisfactory, as everything used to be just blocks and a mess like how I showed you at the starting. I think I will stop here, and I felt happy after this setup today. So I wanted to show it to you guys as well. You guys can also start designing if you haven't. If you don't have time, then do it slowly and enjoy the game. If you don't, then design a single building and show it off and post photos in Facebook groups if you want. Thanks for watching, and if you like my design and the video, please consider liking it and subscribing for more content in the future.